Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lady G from the G-List Society, and you can always read our interviews and our posts at GListSociety.com. Follow us on Twitter at G-List Society, and check out these interviews and all the other videos we feature on YouTube. And all you have to do is go to the G-List Society on YouTube. I'm excited because today is March 1st, and I just dropped a little surprise to all of you all that I will start doing audio interviews so that you guys can catch up with some of the ones you may have missed on YouTube, or just subscribe to us on YouTube and get these announcements as soon as they hit online. And the first guest that I have to tell you, you all, I'm more than excited than you could probably ever know, because I first heard of this brother in early 2002 when he dropped a couple of singles off of his smash album, The Rain, before the album actually came out. And ever since then, I fell in love with his music, you know, got to meet him just about a month ago, and just, you know, all around a great dude. Plus, he has a new single today. So we're going to get into all of that. But first, let me introduce you to Damien Crawford. What's up, Damien?
What's going on, Wadey? How you doing?
Well, like I said, I'm excited, man, because you're my very first guest on my audio interviews. This is my first time interviewing you, and you granted me exclusive right to drop your single on this morning, Friday, March 1st.
I did. I've been, you know, really, following everything you've been doing and all your support for me. So you know I had to come and give you the single first. You know, your site has been so phenomenal, and I just love all the support that you have brought to my way. So I definitely had to drop the single with you first, Wadey. Of course.
Well, I mean, I'm glad. All I could say is I'm glad right now. Like, you know, Beyonce said, I'm smiling from ear to ear, because it's not so much just you. I mean, we're going to get into this new single, Turnt Up, as well as the music you put out in the past couple of years. But you really put your foot into your music. And people who know me, you know, whether you follow me G-List or know me in person, that I'm a lover of music, but especially in the last half decade, I was, you know, a staunch supporter of our out musicians, as independent as you all are, and grind the, you know, best you can to make sure people hear your music. And I want to make sure that people who follow the G-List and people I know follow you. And so that's why I say thank you for putting out that kind of music that, you know, I like to champion. But we're going to get into this new song called Turnt Up. And and for everybody, you listen to the entire interview, because after it's over, the song will come on immediately after. And then you can always go to GListSociety.com to hear it and play it as many times as you want to, because when I got to hear this a couple of days prior, it's been on repeat I don't know how many times.
Oh, my goodness. And I love you for that. Your response was just, it was perfect for what I needed at that moment. I was just like, I'm nervous to put this out. And then when I sent it to you a couple of days ago, when you responded, I was like, all right, this is definitely the right first single. I'm definitely excited to put it out and see what the rest of the world thinks.
You talking about you being nervous, brother? I was nervous for you, because what was it? I've said it a few times on the web. I said it a couple of times on the website. And we're going to talk about us meeting each other for the first time at the Gentleman's Ball a little later. But, you know, when we were at the Gentleman's Ball in Atlanta, you told me, you said, Wadey, you know, I got this song out I'm going to make sure you get it. And I said, oh, my goodness, because this brother got a lot to live up to. I mean, you put out The Rain. You put out some hot songs. Every song was hot, but there were some songs that were like, damn. And then even a couple of songs that, well, one song, the Happy Birthday song, was a unreleased track or something, but you put out Down For, you put out Love of a Life, I Can Be a Rock Star. I said, this dude is, I mean, and we don't get it to Turn Up because it segues what you've done in 2012 into this new single. And for those of you who are wondering what kind of review did I give him personally, I basically said he snatched the wig off of Usher, off of Trey Songz, off of Neo, and Miguel. And because just like I said about his singles on The Rain, and actually the album, it could have been any song, kind of like how people thought about Rihanna's Good Girl Gone Bad, where any song could have been a single. Your songs can be played on mainstream radio, or if it was given to one of the male singers that I mentioned, it would be a hit. You know
what? And that's exactly what I think about before I actually, while I'm writing it and when I get the beat and all that, I think about how can this relate to the mainstream public, how this can relate to as many people as possible. So I'm like, yeah, if these songs got to the right hands, got to the right artists, you know, their careers could be different right about now. So that's my goal, is to write for other artists in the industry and have as many people in the world be in love with the songs that I create. So I think about all that when I'm, you know, creating the song.
And you know what? And I could tell. And the people who I've even heard about you through, I want to give a shout out to, what's his name, Nunu. I've heard about you through Nunu. A couple other bloggers who have been very supportive of you before I even got my hands on your music. That, you know, they say the same things, but you know how it is when it comes to our people who want to be artists. Many of them do not represent us well. So I was a bit skeptical. I said, okay, Damien's cute, but can he deliver the goods? And so I heard one song. I said, okay, I heard Rock Star. I said, oh, this is hot, this is hot. And then I started hearing more and more. I said, okay, let me hit this brother up. So I'm glad that's the kind of mentality that you put into recording your music because, again, this is what I tell the listeners of this interview and the readers of the blog, that you're the reason why we got to support artists, independent artists like you. About the song Turn Up, first of all, you partnered with rap artist Will Sheridan, who many people may know Will Sheridan as the guy who came out a couple of years ago after being a college basketball player, and he started making a rap career for himself. And in my opinion, he sounded really good. So when I heard that the two of you, through you, are collaborating, I said, this better sound like a smash hit, and it did. So how did that collaboration come about?
Well, Will and I have been friends for, I would say, about 2 years now. I first met Will at like a mixer for a show that he had, and my first album had just came out, and I was just, you know, trying to go support and meet other people, and he was one of the people that I met. He was like, let me hear your album, and he listened to it, and he was like, oh, absolutely, we're going to be working together. We started doing shows together, and we just built a friendship. So now, finally, 2 years later, it's like the right time for us to actually be on a record together and actually perform together on stage at the same time. I think it'll be magic once we get on stage, because Will is insane. His energy is crazy, and that's why I thought of him for the track. I was like, your voice has to be on this record.
That's a perfect match. I mean, you know, I hate to, like, give out analogies and stuff like that, because that's going to set the bar and expectation really high for people who have yet to hear the song. But just the collaboration of you two, I was thinking of Beyonce and Jay-Z, because it's like Beyonce. I'm serious, because, like, you know, Beyonce is like, you know, you can't, there's a lot of hot chicks in the game, but you expect so much out of her from what she delivered previously, and the same for Jay. I mean, you set the bar high for yourself and everybody else with The Rain last year. And Will, I mean, he set the bar pretty high, too, as far as rappers are concerned. So, again, you know, that's why I said, like, when you told me about a new single coming, I was nervous, and boy,
I was extremely nervous. I mean, I don't know if you heard the first project, the Crawford Chronicles, and to build up from that, where I had Show Me the Light and Break the Coma, and then I put out The Rain and I have Rockstar Life and Down for You, and I was like, how am I going to top these two projects? And I just worked with some of the best producers. Man, there are some good producers out there for anybody listening. If you're an artist, I mean, just these people need to be, you know, the Dark Child and, you know, the Timbaland of the independent world. The people that I've been working with are amazing. So this album, the new album, Champion, that's coming out in April, has some tracks on there. I mean, every track is, like, well thought out and just well put together by the producers. And you add me on the track, and it's just like, it's good to go. Signed, sealed, and delivered. So
man,
I'm excited about the project.
You know,
I can't wait till you hear it.
Boy, I can't wait to hear it either, because I know, if the Turnt Up song is any indicator, definitely, I'm sure I would be a huge fan of this new album. Now, you really bigged up the producers on your album, and you know, of course, that helps. Great song is not just the person behind the mic or the person recording, it's also the producers. Are any of them in particular you like to shout out?
Absolutely. And it's so funny because his name is Marcus James, and he's the actual producer of Turnt Up. And I told him what I wanted. I just said I wanted the perfect marriage of rock, R&B, and pop in one song, and I wanted it to be up-tempo. And that's all I told him. And he came back to me with a sample of Turnt Up. And I said, you are insane. Like, that is exactly what I heard when I heard he put the guitar in there, the electric guitar, he put the tambourine in there, he gave us the bass line, he gave us everything I needed to make a hit single. And I'm like, this guy is dope. And he's in the UK, so I don't, you know, we haven't seen each other face to face. Yeah, he's overseas. And he just heard of me through, you know, different, you know, from my other albums. And it's not that, you know, you just put out a good album and then people hear of you. It's that I put out, you know, good music, but then I'm promoting them to the ground. I'm touring all over the country as much as I can as an independent artist who still works a 9 to 5. So when somebody else sees that, other people want to work with you because they're like, wow, he's going to perform the track that I created across the country. He's going to promote it until, you know, the day he died. And that's what you want. That's what I want when I work with people, somebody who's going to promote what I've worked on as well. So it just worked out great. He's one of the best producers I've ever worked with.
That's amazing. I mean, because, again, you guys, you're going to hear this song exclusively through the G List right after this interview is over. Because when I first even got into the first few bars of the song, you know, before you even began to sing, I mean, it's as current can be. And it's not just even current as in 2013. The song could be a hit a couple of years from now. It could have been a hit a couple of years ago, because it reminded me so much of how Miguel and Bruno Mars changed the game with the sound of what pop music is. It could be a mixture of that, what I call like throwback soul, that it kind of, like your song, it especially gave me that 60s rock soul where it had a little bit of that.
Soul, right.
Yeah, and it was really good. Even I heard a bit of a percussion because, I mean, you know the kids love to compare. So just to kind of give them a heads up, if you are a fan of Give Me Body, I heard of the percussion. It had some hints of Give Me Body. And yes, it is a tempo, and yes, you will dance your butt off. You will get turned up. I said, and that's interesting, too, because you took a word that people say, oh, that's a ratchet. And it's actually a hit. It's a hit.
I purposely did that. I just saw this, every Friday. I'm getting turned up tonight. I'm getting turned up this weekend. I'm getting pound turned up. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody gets turned up so often. Let me give them a soundtrack to that, So now they can put music to how they feel or how they want to feel on the weekend. They want to get turned up. Well, now they can play turned up as they're getting turned up on the weekend.
Excellent.
That's all playing.
I mean, that's excellent, man. So tell us about what we can expect from this new album.
The new album, I literally have been listening to it every single day for about 2 to 3 months now. It's been done for a while. Yeah, it's been done, and I'm so anxious to release it, but everything's got to be the right timing. I love it. This is my favorite album by far. Like, I've learned so much from, doing other projects. I learned more about vocal stacking and, just creating melodies that are catchy but still complex and make you think. And I learned a lot as an artist. I feel like this album is like a winner to me, and that's why I named it Champion, because I just fought so hard, put so much energy into it, grinding. It's rough. And I just feel like I made it. I'm here. I love this project. It's a winner. I'm naming it Champion, and it just has a very champion feel to it. Very uplifting, very strong, powerful music on this album. So, man.
So will you give us some anthems, because you're gonna have a lot to live up to, because you put out Love for Life, you put out you had the romantic songs, because Love for Life and Down for You were two of the most unexpected songs I would have ever expected from an out singer. Especially, most of the people that are out that are music artists are usually the hip-hop artists. So you're in that special category where you come out as a singer, independent singer, and I would have expected, Turnt Up. I wouldn't have been surprised as far as that kind of, a club feel. It's a club feel song. The production, your vocals and everything was a home run. But when you did the slow jams and then the big love anthems, are we going to have some more of that on the Champion?
Well, actually, because the Rain was finished, and the Rain came up in February of last year, and I got the track for Love Over Life along with a couple other tracks. I got that in probably around April, and I started recording. So that's how long ago I started recording Champion, and I recorded Love Over Life, and I said, no, I can't wait a year to put this out. I have to put this out today, And it was intended for Champion, and it is on Champion. But that is what you're going to get on Champion. You get songs like Love Over Life on this album, because I couldn't wait. I could not wait. It was almost like a test, a teaser to see how the next project would do. And if Love Over Life is any indicator of how Champion's going to do, I'm very excited. Love Over Life probably has about 13,000 downloads as of today.
Wow, that is outstanding, and you know what? Deservedly so. It should have been 130,000. It should be gold status. But we'll take 13,000. Because
it is. It's a lot going on with I'm doing everything by myself. Like I carry myself, as if I'm an artist. You dress for the job you want, not the job you actually have. So I dress as if I'm a mainstream artist. I'm not that. I carry myself, that way, but people don't really know that I'm still going to my 9 to 5 every day, and I got bills like everybody else, and I don't have a record label funding everything. Like, it's just me. I don't have a manager. I have nothing. Everything that you see is me. So I'm trying my best, and I'm learning as I go, and I'm thankful for everybody who's supporting me right now and sees it. And I do see a lot of high expectations from me, because a lot of people, they think I'm signed, they think I'm with the label. So when they see something that is like a little weird, I guess, for a mainstream artist to do, it's because I'm just like them. I'm struggling, trying to chasing a dream,
Well, I mean, keep it going, my brother. Keep it going because with what you just said and the music that you put, it goes together. I mean, and it's even much more of an outstanding story for you because you're doing, like you said, you're doing everything yourself and you're putting out stellar product. And you know, shout out to everybody else who's an artist right there. And I'm gonna tell it to you, I made it no secret on the G-List Society. Is this, you know, this is the kind of quality if you want to be noticed and sell 13,000 downloads and get discovered by a major label or independent label, this is what you do in order to make people want to buy into you, and even people with bigger budgets or just people out there on dollars. Check what Damien Crawford is doing. Copy him if you must. but we'd rather for you to keep it original, but definitely be influenced. But, you know, just wanted to run it over a little bit over time because I want to make sure people stay long enough to listen to the song.
Okay.
What I did was I asked some questions to the subscribers of G-List Society, and for all of you all who are just now tuning into this, make sure you go to GListSociety.com. You can also hear the song there as well as at the end of the interview, but make sure you subscribe because you get to ask our interviewees some questions. We're going to start with, these are pretty good ones, I would say. We're going to do a couple of non-music ones. DK, he calls himself DK. He said, is he single? Because he is fine as hell.
Oh, my gosh. I am single. I'm single. When you grind it like this, you kind of don't have a lot of time to do all that, but yeah, I'm single.
And I guess because since DK is really interested, is there a type that you have, or?
You know what? Just driven, successful. I'm more about the personality, you know. I'm not caught up in, you know, what size you are, all that. I'm more, if you are driven, successful, sense of humor, you know, fun-loving, then you all right with me. You know what? That's all it is.
All right, y'all heard it first, DK. Get on your game. Be driven. Let's see. We're going to keep it in the same line as that. This person did not give me his or her name, so I don't know who this came from.
We'll call anonymous.
Okay, anonymous. What is sexy to you?
What's sexy to me? I just like I said before, I just love somebody who just is a go-getter, who, you know, is successful or, you know, on their way to being successful because they are just so driven in what they do and passionate about what they do. I think that is so attractive, whether you're, you know, trying to do your own business or going to school or just doing something positive, or if you run a nonprofit, like anything like that. I feel like that's really sexy to me.
Awesome. Get it? Let's see. Okay, now you mentioned, I got another question, so this ties into your music. You mentioned that Champion is your favorite album to date, but this person, no name, anonymous, asked, what is his favorite song that he has ever recorded?
Oh, my gosh. My favorite song that I have recorded, I have to say, it might be on my first album. I think I'm going to say my favorite song is Break the Coma. I have so many favorites, but I feel like production-wise, and I just love how that turned out. And it was a special moment for me because it was my first album, and for it to sound, for me to have a song of that production quality, I was just like, wow, blown away. So I think I'm going to say Break the Coma.
Cool. Joe asked, what? Oh, okay. Okay. I can't even read my own handwriting. Joe asked, how did he, because you know how it is. I'm like, had to hurry up and write these questions down because I forgot to do it right before I called you. I said, let me go in my email.
It's okay.
Joe asked, how does he feel about that ball queens fighting in the video? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, I don't know if you've seen that video. They just went viral today or a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
He wants to know, how do you feel about that?
It was ratchet. It was pretty ratchet. I'm not even gonna lie. That's dangerous, man. I mean, chairs and it's a lot of commotion. It may be. That was hard to watch. I don't know. We gotta come together better, man. We gotta represent a little bit better than that.
I wish it wasn't even caught in somebody's camera, because I'm like, all these people who are fighting and want to put it on YouTube, I'm like, what you going to be famous for, getting locked up? I mean,
right. I don't know. I just don't think it was a good representation of, what that event was supposed to be. So, no, I didn't. It was uncomfortable to watch. You gotta do better. We gotta do better.
Yeah. We definitely do. I hope I asked that question right, Joe. But let's see. Okay, and then this last question, no. I want to ask this other question.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is a guy because of his email address. It starts with MR and then a last name. I won't read the email address, but assuming this is a guy. He asks, would you or have you ever tried out for The Voice, American Idol, or X Factor?
I have not, and the only reason I have not is because I still want to get better, because the people on those shows are amazing, and it's just they can blow you away, just by standing there. I've always known I was more of a writer, entertainer, like that. But I definitely, before I go on those shows, I want to be in tip-top condition, because those guys are just amazing, and so much respect to all those people that do those shows. And I just don't got the patience to be standing in line. I'm just very much like, come on, let's go, let's get it type person. So, no, I definitely would see myself doing it in the future, though.
I definitely feel you on that one, because, especially what I've seen on American Idol, these people standing in line at stadiums, and I'd be damned if I don't get into the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
I'm sitting by America, voted by America by then, but if you telling me I don't make it to Hollywood or the top 10, I would be pissed.
Yeah. I honestly do music because I enjoy every aspect of music. I enjoy the writing, the recording, and all that. I'm not really doing it for fame. I want people to hear my music, of course, but, I don't need a record deal and all that stuff. I want to be able to still write my own stuff and make my own decisions about what comes out. So, I don't know. That's why I haven't been so adamant about getting on one of those shows, but, maybe in the future.
I don't know, that's right. And, I mean, you know what? It's good that you recognize that. I mean, many of us might differ, say, look, you ready now, but you know best. You definitely know best, and I have to give props for that. The last question, which actually ties into the announcement that you made earlier this week, you mentioned a tour for Champion, and we saw some Instagram photos of you and some dancers. So the question that I got here, and I'm going to tie that to my own question, this person asked, will you perform at gay pride events? Just talk about the Champion tour. What are your plans for that?
I have some really big plans with the Champion Tour. I'm in a lot of discussions with a lot of different promoters and, venues and everything like that. A lot are locked in. I'm not going to say which ones are locked in and which ones are not, because I want everybody to go to my page and, follow me and see what's going on. But I will say, tentatively, I'm scheduled to be in Miami for Memorial Day. I'm scheduled to be in D.C. for Memorial Day. I don't know how the hell I'm doing that, but that's what I'm scheduled to be. I will be in New Jersey. I will be doing Baltimore. I'll be doing New York City Pride at the end of June. I'll be in Atlanta in August. I will be in Chicago in September and October. And I'll be in L.A. in July. I'll be all over the country. I don't know what I got myself into, but...
That's why I tell our people it's time to take notes, because I really love, and I mean, it's really impressive that you are basically a one-man show making sure that your music gets heard and stuff. So, you know, before we wrap it, before we get into your new song, Turnt Up, like I already declared it so far, it is the song of 2013.
You forgot one thing, Wadey. You forgot one thing.
What's that?
You said I snatched a couple wigs. You named Trey, you named Miguel. There was one wig who you said I snatched that I was just like, I fell on the floor when you said that.
Oh, yes. I said, okay, you know, call me a hater all y'all want to, but yes, you did snatch Beyonce's wig.
When I read that, I was like, oh, shit.
I said, Usher, Miguel, the other two, and then I said, you know what? You didn't even snatch Beyonce's wig on this one. Because I said, it kind of reminded me of what I was like wanted out of her when she put out that 4 album. I wanted a song that really jumped and said, I'm here, and I come to snatch wigs, and she didn't give it to me then. Hopefully she gives it to us in 2013, like you giving it to us today. And, I mean, you deserve that. And everybody else, you're going to see what I mean. But before we get to the song, tell everybody how can they follow Damien. And where can they buy this single, too? Now, is it a free download or is it a paid download?
Well, what I'm going to do is the single is going to be on iTunes and Amazon and on my website for 99 cents. That's single
it. Come on, y'all. That's less than French fries at McDonald's. Come on. Right. 13,
right.
We got it 13,000
As a motivator, every single penny is going to go to the charity of my choice, which is going to be the American Cancer Society.
All right.
So I'm not going to see a penny of that money. I'm going to donate it directly to the American Cancer Society. So every penny is going to a good cause. So the song is free. You're just donating $1 to that charity.
Now, okay, so I'm gonna buy a few myself. I mean, you gave it to me free, but I'm definitely gonna buy my copy because it's. We all are supporting great talent here. 2, this is going to charity, and it's a great one. American Cancer Society. I've done their walks in the past. And, you know, they do a lot all across America, and even, you know, they do, they also influence worldwide as well. So big ups to you on that. Damien, did you mention your website where they can buy it besides
No, everybody can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, at Damien Crawford. There's no underscores, no nothing, just at Damien Crawford. My website is DamienCrawford.bandcamp.com.
Make sure y'all put D-A-M-I-E-N, not A-N. Damien Crawford. Because also, too, before we go, when I first got into you, I also got into another singer who I think his work is impeccable, too, Damien Nova. And when I would talk you two up, I used to cross the names. So shout out to him, too. Make sure you do check out Damien Crawford. And Will Sheridan on this new single. Any last words before we start playing the song?
I hope everybody gets turned up.
Cool. Well, I'm going to ask you to stay on the line. But right now, we're going to play Turn It Up. This is by Damien Crawford featuring Will Sheridan. It's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. Mark my words. Press play.
No. Listen here. You see, I'm about to turn you all the way up. Come on. Hey. Well, number 1, we're gonna have some fun. Ain't gonna stop until I see the sun. Number 2, I gotta make you move and let you do what you came to do. Another level of energy I need to see before I count to 3. Now give me more before I get to 4 and get me body on the floor. Number 5, you gotta stay alive. I need your body right by my side. We're taking pics when I get to 6, and then by 7 they gon' be online. Now don't be late, cause when I get to 8, you gotta drop it on your day. But number 9, you better cut the line. Make sure you in before I get to 10. Turnt up. Shake your body, body. Move your body, body. Move your body, body. Move your body, body. Everybody, body. Grab somebody, body. Get somebody, body. Let somebody, body. Touch your body, body. Touch your body, body. Hug somebody, body. Touch somebody, body. Turn it up, break it down and shout because we're getting turned up tonight. Turnt up. I got a song that'll make you dance and get your booty up off your seat. I am the host with the most. I hope to have you jumping up on your feet. Now don't be shy, baby, take your size and bring your body on over to me, yeah. I don't know why, but when you're in the clouds, I feel a high I just can't contain. You take my hand, baby, understand that I'm the man with the master plan. These are the rules, baby, follow through, and you will know just what to do. The mood is right in the club, the tight to lose your inhibitions and get right, yeah. We're getting fun, we're getting right tonight, so turn it up, come on and get your life. Turnt up. Move your body, body, move your body, body, move your body, body, everybody, body, grab somebody, body, get somebody, body, let somebody, body, touch your body, body, touch your body, body, hug somebody, body, touch somebody, body, turn it up, break it down and shout because we're getting turned up tonight. Come into my world, you and I, we were meant for each other. Dance until you can. I hope it never ends. Forever in the trend.
C-U-R-N-I-T-U-P. I'm working these bars, B. You're working a party. I'm a giant for gnarly. He's the life of the party. Turn it up like Weezy. He ain't my Barbie, but you never can cage me. The rapper that's raging. Call from Damien. The bars is gated. Excuse me, Cajun. This that boy Bacon. I'm really do party while these other niggas faking.
Move your body, body, move your body, body, move your body, body, everybody, body, grab somebody, body, get somebody, body, let somebody, body, touch your body, body, love your body, body, hug somebody, body, touch somebody, body, turn it up, break it down and shout because we're getting turned up tonight. Turnt up, shake your body, body, move your body, body, move your body, body, move your body, body, everybody, body, grab somebody, body, get somebody, body, let somebody, body, touch your body, body. Somebody, body, touch somebody, body. Turn it up, break it down and shout because we're getting turned up tonight.